What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Hey, just bought this camera. I'm super excited about it. Actually, overpaid, I think, a little bit based on where you can get this a little cheaper. But it's from WyzeCam. Read an article about it, and as you know, you've seen here, I've played around with a variety of different cameras in the past. I really like having cameras where I can observe areas that maybe aren't observed often enough, like my garage. I want to make sure my garage door is closed, and I haven't had a lot of luck with cameras. So read some articles about this. And what it seemed to be is that it was possibly the kind of the best of all worlds. So pick this up on Amazon. It was $29.99, so under $30. It's a 1080p full HD camera with two-way audio, motion detection. It's obviously super small. You can also go to the website and order this at WyzeCam.com. And night vision, blah blah, cloud recording, 8x digital zoom. But what just struck me about it is just the amazingly low price point. The article I was reading was talking about, are they even selling these at a profit? I mean, can they actually produce this camera, because it gave it really good reviews, and said, basically at a $20 list price with $6 shipping and handling, $26. Can you produce it, or are they taking a loss? I don't know. But if you've checked out in my videos before, I've had a lot of cameras that on here that are like $35 to $55 or $60 that just don't work. I mean, I've had trouble getting them even to work. They've often used the same app, some sort of like freeware app, and they were hard to pair, and just never worked. And so I was getting kind of used to spending $50, $60 and maybe taking a crapshoot at it, because things like the Nest Cam, or whatever they call it now, are a couple $100. Yeah, I would love the plug and play and kind of the polished ecosystem of it, just to get them up and running very simply. But they never seem to, they never seem to be in my price point. So we do have a Wyze branded charging block. It seems like pretty nice. I will tell you, the plastic seems very robust. This does not seem cheap. USB plug there. We also have looks like a double-sided disc, so you can mount this 3M sticky tape here, so you can mount it permanently to something. We also have a fairly long and flat micro USB cable, so you can definitely get power from an outlet to wherever you need to, I think, because this definitely looks long. And this also feels like pretty premium. I mean, I'm just impressed with it because it doesn't feel cheap, for something that's cost $25, $30. Kind of shocked. You have like this brushed, looks like stainless steel with Wyze logo, flat disc here. I'm assuming that this is, I don't know if this is magnetic or not. No, it must be just stainless, just a metal plate. But I'm assuming that you would use this to mount this plate, and that would give it a base, like say if you want to mount it to something that didn't have suction or whatever. And here's the camera itself, and this is what we came to see, man. This is what we came to see, and look how small it is. So I'm pretty impressed with it right now. It seems like it's plastic, but it seems like fairly well made. It's not too heavy, but it doesn't seem like cheap. Plastic base here. It has little like silicone rubber feet. There's the bottom here is gray, and it's almost like a cube. I think it's a little taller than it is wide. You can see the camera here. I think this is maybe the motion sensor, light sensor maybe. Looks like a light sensor. Looks like that's a microphone hole. Maybe this is the motion sensor down here. And what we have here on the back is, I guess that's a speaker that looks like a little home. The micro USB plug right there to bring in power, and then there you have a USB port right there. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe to expand cloud storage, or to copy things, or to supplement the onboard memory, which maybe it doesn't have any of, or a flash drive or something like that. Well, we'd have to look. And then this base, I don't want to break it here, but I'm gonna pull. There we go. Oh, so I don't have to worry about breaking it. It's just on a little extending scissor arm almost. The bottom there, as you can see, swivels, so you will be able to not only position this where you want, but I will tell you, so when you lift it up like that, you almost want to swivel it this way, because I guess not. I mean, it kind of, if you put it all the way, it's not going to stand up on its own, right? So I guess that's maybe why you get oh, you know what? There must be a magnet in the base here. Let me see if I can confirm that by doing, yep, look at that. There's a magnet, so this little hump here must include a magnet, because I just realized that sticks to that, which is kind of nice, because now that can give you some weight. You can mount that permanently, because it just, the way it kind of levers up, it's going to be a little awkward. So you could have it like this and be balanced, but once you get past here, it's going to just tip over. It seems like there's pretty good resistance on it, except, plenty of resistance on this part, but there's almost no resistance on the little spinning table here, which is fine because you want to be able to aim it quickly without ripping it off the base. So that's kind of nifty. And so you can see here, and then I think, it seems to hold in there. So I think this is just a little metal disc here that kind of secures against the magnet when you close it up. So and then look, there's this little edge, kind of fits in this edge, so it folds up and sits, locks kind of into place. So if you wanted to raise it up just a little bit and then kind of swivel it around, you could absolutely do that, but you'd have to raise it just a little bit off the base. Man, I'm going into excruciating detail, but that's what you get from me. Looks like you have an SD card slot right there, and then it looks like you have a setup button right there, like an override or a reset. So overall, right now, pretty cool. Now, I already did download the WyzeCam app, and so what I want to do here is just kind of go ahead and get this thing set up and then kind of walk you through it, because I don't know how to do it. So I downloaded the Wyze app. I'm going to connect the camera to a power outlet, wait for 20 seconds until there's a little LED light on the back that's yellow flashes. Press the reset button for 3 seconds until you hear a voice prompt. Follow the Wyze app to finish setup. So let's give it a shot. So I plugged it in. It only took about 10 seconds and the light is flashing there. So I'm going to just go ahead and hold down this reset button for 3 seconds. And then open up the Wyze app and see if I can set this bad boy up.
Ready to connect.
All right. So it gives you a little voice prompt there. Let's try it in the app. All right, guys, so shooting video of an app that's streaming video of a camera that's doing it over the cloud can be a little tough. But first of all, I went ahead and set up the camera, and it's nice because not only does it interact with the app, it's pretty straightforward. My recommendation is that you might want to have your Wi-Fi password if you don't have that memorized on you. But it was straightforward. You have to actually scan a QR code, or the camera actually has to scan a QR code that the phone brings up. But it's cool because the camera always gives you audio prompts like ready or QR code scanned. So it's just really like idiot proof in that regard, and I really, really dug it. Now, there are a number of things that I will say here one, it got set up and I've been playing around with it and I'm impressed. I am really, really impressed. So first of all, you can set it up. I called this camera garage. I'm going to open it up here and boom, I have the garage, on the camera. The stream is very quick. And what I'm impressed with, and you can kind of take a look at it here. This is probably, like I said, not the best way to show you, but I think the color rendering and the resolution is phenomenal. Little tiny camera, so much better than pretty much anything I've had. And now I was flipping the lights on and off. You can see right here it says night vision, and I've got it set on auto, but if you tap it, you can kind of scroll through on, you can scroll through off, and I kind of left it on auto because I actually flipped the lights off in the garage, and it does put out some sort of infrared illumination. And so the cool thing there is, hopefully, if something goes crash or bump in the night, even though I have my garage lights on right now and I normally wouldn't do that, they'd be off. I could still see, is there a raccoon? Did I leave my garage door open? I've done that before. Do I have in-laws coming and visiting or something like that? Or is, whatever it might be. Or did a UPS guy deliver something and just bang up against garage, right? So anyway, pretty awesome. And like I said, this is, I'm not showing any motion on it, but just really impressive. Definitely, could work as a baby cam, could work for monitoring your Airbnb property, whatever it is, worked out of the box, and, it's time, date stamped. Down here on the bottom of the app, it looks like I can, interact with, if someone's leaving something, I could be like, just leave it in the garage there, or, come around to the back of the house or whatever. You could record, take photos, you could look at the albums of your snap photos. Just really, really impressed. As you can see my terrain front and center there. But when that's gone, I should be able to kind of see the whole garage. And I just have this sitting on like a box in my garage. I could put this up higher. The cool thing is it's magnetic, like I showed you, and I noticed that I've kind of got it braced, you know, on like a metal plate out there, so it's kind of nice. I don't have to worry about, you know, moving around and knocking it around or the wind blowing it around, because it is really small. You know, it's just, I think, really well thought out. It's very compact, very easy to set up, and by George, 20 bucks retail on this thing. Honestly, I feel like I should just go and order 4 more of these things. I mean, what a freaking deal. God bless you, Wyze Cam guys. I mean, this to me is potentially very disruptive. You know, where I'm getting everything I want: night vision, you know, high def display. You know, for basically a price point that is, you know, I think cheaper than even the cheap products out there. So definitely check it out. I'll put a link to it in the description. This one gets a really enthusiastic thumbs up for me, man. Like I said, I paid a little more to try to get this a little quicker so I could do a video review on it, but man, I am just absolutely thrilled with it. Hopefully, if you have a need, you pick one up too. Peter Von Panda, out.